in the human cells. These receptors are found in the cells of the...
Welcome back to Provoking Thought on World Emergencies, Contagion and the Land of Hope and Glory. The revolutionary 2017 British documentary The Land of Hope and Glory was produced by the founders of British animal rights organization Surge. With deeply disturbing but all the more important undercover footage of about 100 animals' livestock raising locations in the UK, this brave film demonstrates to the public that even in a contemporary world of greater sensitivity and modern technology, cruelty and neglect are still commonplace.
When we think of UK farming, we imagine picturesque rolling hills of lush greenery and serenity, inhabited by peaceful, content farm animals roaming freely amongst the landscape. These cultural associations of traditional UK farming are constantly pushed into our minds through the use of advertising. And such associations make us feel good about our purchases as a consumer. Most do not realise that we've been blinded by a smokescreen and that the reality of UK farming exists at the opposite end of the moral spectrum in regards to human compassion towards animals and the earth. To begin to understand the hidden truth about UK farming, we must be willing to look behind the facade that these companies have fought so hard to maintain and open our eyes to the truth. Be aware. The government and the animal industries fight to keep the content of the following film hidden from your view. The footage you're about to see is not from isolated cases. These facilities supply animal products that are labelled free-range, organic, high welfare, Red Tractor approved and RSPCA approved.
The short but direct documentary is divided into 5 sections: pigs, cows, birds, eggs, and sheep. We see the extreme and terrible lifetime of confinement these animals have to endure, as well as the unnecessary cruelty that make their lives a constant nightmare. Only 3% of UK pigs spend their lives outdoors. Most of them are confined to less than 1 square meter, 10 square feet of space each. The majority of the female breeding pigs are kept in farrowing crates every time they give birth for up to 5 weeks. The crates are so small that the sows can't even turn around. The little piglets only stay with their mother for 3 to 4 weeks. Then the farmers mutilate these gentle baby animals without anesthetic or painkillers. Most female pigs are also artificially inseminated over and over again for about 3 to 5 years, until they are too exhausted to carry on. What awaits them then is the slaughterhouse. Cows, chickens, sheep, and goats suffer in equally painful and inhumane ways. Dairy cows have been forcibly impregnated continuously to produce up to 10 times more milk than they would naturally. About 150,000 of them are slaughtered, some even while pregnant. The calves who survive are taken away from their mothers right after their birth within the first 3 days.
In the UK alone, we slaughter around 1 billion land animals every year for meat, dairy and eggs. Like us, these animals embody the mystery and wonder of consciousness. Like us, they are not only in the world, they are aware of it. Like us, they are the psychological centers of a life that is uniquely their own.
Courageously researched and narrated by directors Ed Winters, a Shining World Compassion Award recipient, and Luna Woods. Land of Hope and Glory gives us a rare, in-depth look at the UK livestock industry and sends a clear message that worth of life is equal amongst all living beings. Land of Hope and Glory may be viewed for free online at landofhopeandglory.org. No animal use is acceptable. Why should billions of innocent animals suffer and be brutally murdered just for a socially procured taste, when healthy and delicious vegan food is easily available? Contagion and The Land of Hope and Glory are two eye-opening films that encourage us to reflect on what is happening right now all over the world and what we can do about it. May we all strive to reduce the suffering that so many people and animals are facing by adopting the more compassionate, health-inducing vegan lifestyle. Noble viewers, thank you for your company today. Coming up next is Acts of Compassion Begat Acts of Heroic Love, Part 1 of 2, right after Noteworthy News, here on Supreme Master Television. May all the sentient beings live happily and harmoniously in God's grace.